Boom! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy. Jimmy.
Now what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this. Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stop pick. I know that booty got dropped, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot key strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, roll with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and die. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them gain their profits while I'm still in my same making profits. They used to watch me move them packets. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits. That TTG money gang, making profits. We some snipers.
Hey, you. What's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. What's going on, guys? A great day for us in the markets today. The market took a little bit of a breather today. We just consolidated. We had a big breakout the last 2 days. Market took a breather, but we held very key support level. Okay, 418 on the SPY. That's a level. We've got to hold it. About 418 down to 417.50. And that area was tested today, and that area held. And that area was tested today with a very sharp increase in volatility as the market sold off shortly after 11 a.m. when we got news that the debt ceiling talks have come to a bit of a halt. So there was a meeting today about the debt ceiling negotiations, and different members and participants actually walked out of the meeting. You had some comments from McCarthy today say that we're on pause. Biden is on a trip right now. He's obviously meeting with G7, either in Japan. There's a bunch of stuff going on right now that is making these negotiations a little bit more difficult. And as soon as the market got wind today that those negotiations came to a halt, the market sold off. And that created a phenomenal trading opportunity for us inside of chat today, and is actually partly where we were able to take advantage and profit from trade of the day today, which is actually Airbnb short. That was trade of the day today, about a 40% gain on put options for members. I shorted the equity itself. Was a beautiful trade. Caught well over $2.50 a share on that entry point. Absolutely killed it. And we still are actually in a little piece of that position. I'll fill you in on my plan with that going into next week shortly, in just a little while on this live stream. But what I think you guys have to realize is that going forward, next week is going to be a very, very, very hectic week, because the January 1st deadline that Janet Yellen has put forth about the debt ceiling is very fast approaching. Okay, June 1st. What'd I just say? January? June 1st. The June 1st deadline that Janet Yellen put forth is very fast approaching. Okay, so I believe that next week, you are going to get the market is going to give you similar action like you saw today. Today, the market was up at 421, dropped all the way to 417. That's a $4 move just on the back of that news headline. As you get into next week, I believe you're going to see the market pop and drop based on updates around the negotiations with the debt ceiling. And the closer that you get to that June 1st deadline, the more volatile and the more violent and the bigger those moves are going to be. And that is the volatility that I plan on exploiting next week to make money. It's exactly what we did today. Fantastic day in chat. Great way to close out the week. And I'm going to be looking to do a lot more of that next week as well. We're going to recap trade of the day today, guys, on Airbnb. We'll talk about the overall markets and what to expect with this debt ceiling and where do I think the action is going to lie. Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, but now the current head trader and co-founder of True Trading Group. If you guys don't know by now, we are the fastest growing and highest rated premium online education platform available to the retail trader today. So if you're ready to learn trading profit for real, you folks have come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live right here, free. Myself, other TeachD Pro trading mods, and special guests drop golden nuggets, give you free lessons, education, trade ideas, and commentary that can help you become better traders. So take a moment, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. Let's make sure that we reach out and educate as many retail traders as we possibly can. Why should you care about anything it is that I have to say, though? Well, folks, I did not figure this stuff out on my own. I began my career working for a fund in New York City, my first job out of college, where I had to go through a 3-month educational training program before they let me touch $1 of their money. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession. The stock market crashed, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. And then with my team of 9 other professional trading mods and over 30-person staff, we've helped members from all over the world in 115 different countries. We actually have members. We've helped people reach their goals of achieving profitability. Now, we're the fastest growing and highest rated platform out there because we combine university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, and individual mentorship for stocks, options, crypto, futures, for all styles of trading, day trading, swing trading, and also even long-term investing. So, but, I think we're the fastest growing and highest rated platform because we take that university level curriculum, which is a simplified version of what I learned working at the fund, and we pair it with today's top financial tools. Stock market tools that give you more information that help you make better decisions. The problem is these things are very expensive. If you go to the companies directly that offer them, you're going to spend about $5,000, $6,000 a year. That's a lot of money to ask somebody to pay for tools and resources, but you need them because they give you more information to help you make better decisions. They increase your chances of success. We spend years building relationships with these companies so we can put their products on our platform at no additional cost to you. Right away saves you $5,000 to $6,000 a year by having access to all of these tools. You also get access to all of the members, the most educated, helpful, supportive, successful community of traders that you're ever going to find. And of course, the real-time trade alerts from the mods and I, they've been able to maintain a cumulative win rate as a group of just around 80% now going on the last 3 years. So again, if you are new, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, turn on your notifications. Make sure you never miss out on any of these live streams. So like I said, folks, we take things back on over to the charts. You can see on the SPY, this type of volatility is what I'm going to be expecting going forward. The volatility in this market is phenomenal. I mean, you got to take a look at what's going on in some of the, even like the AI stocks. You take a look at these big tech stocks. You guys realize that the NASDAQ is up 21% this year? To put that into perspective for you, in 2021, the NASDAQ was up 27%. We're up 20 to 21% so far this year in the NASDAQ. And that's being fueled and driven by the AI hype. You take a look at stocks like Alphabet. Okay, you take a look at stocks like Alphabet screaming to the upside. You take a look at stocks like Nvidia screaming to the upside. Meta screaming to the upside. Microsoft screaming to the upside. All of these stocks are being kind of lumped into this new AI basket. And it just so happens that these mega cap tech companies that are first movers into the AI space also happen to carry the largest weightings in the overall market. So when you look at the weightings of these big mega cap tech companies as it relates to the S&P, the technology sector makes up over 30% of the S&P 500. You have Apple and Microsoft alone make up 15%. That's how big these companies are. That's how big these companies are. That's the weighting that they have. These companies have moved the entire market to the upside. You have other areas of the Russell that are actually trading below their October lows from last year. But the overall market's being pulled to the upside with this AI in all these big mega cap tech names. Is it sustainable? Well, that's a question for another live stream and a different topic that we can go over at different times. These are all stocks that we are shareholders of. These are all stocks that we added in our long-term portfolio last year when the markets were crashing, and we're up 40, 50, 80, 100% on some of the positions that we bought in our long-term portfolio last year when you had phenomenal chances to buy stocks like AMD, Nvidia, Alphabet, okay, Microsoft. These are phenomenal companies that we scooped up in the long-term portfolio at significantly lower prices. It's all about AI. And that's where opportunity lies right now. And that's created a lot of volatility in the market. But now going forward, it's not just AI hype and it's not just AI volatility. You've had, yes, amazing trades in the AI names for the last couple of weeks. But next week, it's going to be all about the debt ceiling. We've now gotten past CPI data. We got past the Fed meeting. We got past Jerome Powell's speech today. Jerome Powell was on stage with Ben Bernanke at a conference. We got past that today. Janet Yellen made some comments today that said that she thinks there's going to need to be more mergers in the banking sector. That put pressure on markets because of the thought that that means what? You're going to see more companies buying more banks buying and acquiring some of these smaller banks. Does that mean that smaller banks, that Janet Yellen still believes that there's some smaller banks out there that are still in trouble? Is that what that means? That sent markets lower. But then it was all about the debt ceiling. And that's the comment that really cracked investor sentiment today. The markets were doing well. They were holding up. They were trading sideways. We were consolidating yesterday's big breakout move. And then all of a sudden, market sentiment shifted. Expect more of this. Now, I don't believe that the U.S. is going to default on its debt. Every single time in the past, every time you go back throughout history, when it comes to time to raise the debt ceiling, every time Democrats and Republicans kick and scream, all right? They kick and scream, they cry, they yell, and at the very last moment, they come to an agreement and they raise the debt ceiling. So I don't think that they're going to be stupid enough. Maybe I'm stupid for thinking that they're not stupid enough to actually let the U.S. default on its debt. Would be a catastrophic event. I do not believe that that is going to be what's going to take place. It's never happened before. I don't think it's going to happen again. But that doesn't mean that the market is not going to have extra volatility next week. And that extra volatility, which is like what you saw today, is going to create trading opportunities for us. If you go back to 2011, that's what you can compare this to. 2011 is what you can really compare this debt ceiling issue to. And that's the last time that we really pushed the envelope to, hey guys, we're getting to like the final witching hour of we got to get a deal done before we default on our debt. We were so close in 2011 that the US's credit rating actually got reduced. Our credit rating got lowered. That's actually how close we were to defaulting on our debt. And that sent the S&P 500 down about 15% in a matter of less than a month. You can see that right here on my screen. These are weekly charts. Okay, this is a weekly candle. So every candle represents 1 week of trading. But you can see that sharp decline right there, folks. Well, that is the downgrade of the US credit rating. And that was because of the fear that they were going to default on their debt, and they were not going to be able to raise the debt ceiling. But long and behold, they did come to an agreement. The markets then recovered, and then you had another little sell-off there when it looked like we may have a recession, and then we actually looked like we were not going to have a recession, and the markets continued their upward swing following the 08-09 crisis coming out of that. And that's the volatility that you saw back there in 2001 going into 2011 going into 2012. So I'm pointing that out to you, not because I think that the US's credit rating is going to be cut, but I'm showing you that because it shows you how volatile markets can get as that debt ceiling deadline approaches. So I'm going to be spending the whole weekend coming up with my game plan of how I plan on making money next week, what stocks I'm going to be targeting, what are the levels that we want to be focused on. When you get updates about the debt ceiling, the closer you get to the June 1st deadline, the more volatile I expect the markets to be. It's the catalyst that the market is going to hone in and focus on right now because there's no inflation data. Earnings are basically over, except you have NVIDIA earnings next week, actually. So earnings aren't really over. You still have some big names reporting earnings next week, including NVIDIA. So NVIDIA's earnings next week could be actually a lot more meaningful than times in the past because NVIDIA right now is being seen as a leader in the AI sector. So if NVIDIA comes out with their earnings and I don't know, maybe there's a disappointment there with the earnings or there's something about AI, that could send all of the AI-related stocks lower or NVIDIA beats. I don't know what the earnings are going to be. I'm not going to pretend that I do know what the earnings are going to be. That can continue the rally that you've seen in the tech stocks. And if the tech stocks continue to rally, the market will continue to rally because of the weightings of how big these companies are. The S&P is a market cap weighted index. When the biggest companies in the market move higher, the S&P moves higher with it. All right. So that's what we're going to be paying attention to next week. I'll give you my whole game plan Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, live right back here. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on Sunday night's live stream, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to break it all down and we're going to talk about it on Sunday. All right. I'll give you my whole game plan Sunday evening. But right now, we take a look at the markets. We held a very specific level. Right? We held a very specific level here, and it's this area right here, and I'll draw it out for you. This line that you see I just drew on my screen, it's around 417.50, okay? Now, that's going to be previous pivot resistance back there from February, and then that's also going to be previous resistance right there from, what is this, the first day of May? Yeah, that's May 1st, okay? So there's resistance, and there's resistance. Now, we broke through that level yesterday, and today we pulled back in, tested it, and held. Now I'm going to just switch this up. We're going to go to the 3-minute chart just so you can see I'm not going to touch that line. And that's exactly where the market bottomed. Do you see where the market bottomed today? Exact same price point. Exact same price point. All right. So again, I'll go back to the daily chart. There's the line, resistance, resistance, right? And then look where the market bottomed today. We'll go back to the intraday chart. There it is. Support, support, support. And we're sitting on it. Now, what I will say is this. You can tell the sentiment shift once the debt ceiling comments came out. Because yes, although this level is holding, the market's having a very tough time getting off of this level. You can see on 3 separate occasions, we went down to test that level and failed to make any meaningful bounce off of that area, which could be a sign that buyers have kind of slowed down a little bit. You've had this massive rally the last 2 days. Now buyers are slowing down a bit. This level, I believe, is pretty important and very crucial to trading action for next week. If we break underneath this level next week, I would expect a deeper pullback for 1550 and then for 1450. And then you're talking about back inside of the trading range. All right. Then we're talking about back inside of that trading range. So you got to be, we're going to be watching this level pretty closely. 418 is the mark. That's today's low. And that's the previous resistance level that we had. And you're finding support there today. So test number 1 of that level was a success. We pulled back, we held it, we stuck it. All right. Pulled back, held it, stuck it. All right. But that sentiment shift during the day gave us a beautiful opportunity in Airbnb. Airbnb is a stock that we've been focusing on very heavily into trading it over the last couple of weeks because they had really bad earnings. Really bad earnings. The stock has been relatively weak compared to everything else in the market. And yesterday, when you had this big breakout day in the overall market, that pulled Airbnb up with it. It pulled everything up with it. Stocks that have been relatively weak for the last couple of weeks, like Roku, Airbnb, these are stocks that are not strong stocks right now. You take a look at a stock like Roku, right? You can see Roku, very, very weak stock over the last couple of weeks. We made really good money shorting Roku in the month of May. And look, even yesterday, see the green candle there yesterday, Roku got pulled up with it. Today, right back to the downside. Same thing with Airbnb. Okay. Airbnb, weak stock after really bad earnings, got pulled up yesterday with the overall market. And then today, right back to the downside. So our target today on Airbnb was to be short this stock. All right. We wanted to be short Airbnb. And I'll go to a 3-minute chart for you guys. This was trade of the day for us. Right off the opening bell, Airbnb drops like a rock. All right, drops like a rock. And this is what really gave me the confidence to pull the trigger on this trade. And the lesson I'm going to go over with you guys right now is all about relative volume. So for those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, one of the things that you'll learn a lot as a member is how to analyze volume with specific price action to determine who is in control of this market. Are bears in control? Are bulls in control? How do you know a pullback into a support level is not just going to bounce? How do you know the support level is going to break? Those are the questions that everybody always has. You hear traders talk a lot about, oh, support's here, resistance is there. Well, how do you know when the support level is going to break or hold? Understanding volume analysis and relative volume compared to previous price action is a huge window into the momentum of a particular stock. And the volume today in Airbnb is what gave me the confidence I needed to pull the trigger short. We actually initially did not get the first entry point. This was my second entry point that I looked for Airbnb. As soon as we dropped like a rock right off the opening bell, we tried to be short back here, back up at 110. And you can see the stock never bounced back up into 110. We just rolled over. So it's okay. So you know what? I'm not going to chase the stock. You're dropping right down into an area of support. And we found support right down here at 107.50. Okay. Now this is a level of support. You guys can see this all very clearly. Okay. Now take a look. Support. That's today's lows, right? Previous little pivot right there on the 17th. Previous high of the day right there on the 16th. So that's why I'm saying, okay, I'm not going to short the stock now at 107 and 108. because this is a level of support. But the volume analysis tells me the chances are this support level is going to break, because the volume analysis tells me that the bears have complete control over this stock. Volume analysis relative to prior price action is very important. Today is a day where Airbnb does not have earnings. Today is a day that Airbnb does not have some massive piece of news catalyst that is impacting the price of the stock. This is the sellers taking back control after yesterday the stock breathed to the upside because the whole market rallied yesterday, and rising tides lift all boats. But as soon as the overall market stopped rallying and the market went sideways today with a little bit of a pullback, Airbnb goes back to showing its true colors. What I want you to focus on the bottom of my screen, and I'll make it bigger so you guys can see it more clearly, is the relative volume to the price action this morning. If you are to look back over the last 3 trading days, you will see that at no point ever throughout the last 3 trading sessions did you have volume bars that were greater than 200,000 shares on a 3-minute chart. At no point did you have 300,000 or anything more than 200,000 share volume bars. Not once. This morning, though, look at the volume bars that come in this morning. That looks like the Burj Khalifa. That's exactly what that looks like. Look at the difference in that volume compared to the previous 3 trading days. Now, what is the price action that is associated with that volume? Let's take a look. As you zoom in, you can see the share price went straight down. No bounce attempt, no buying pressure, just a mass aggressive liquidation off the open. It takes you right down into a level of support. So we wait out for the bounce. And we talked about this inside your training group, and I called this out to members. I tell members what I'm going to do before I actually do it. You guys don't have to worry about trying to chase trade alerts. I told everybody in chat, guys, on Airbnb, because I missed the first entry for the short. I didn't miss it. We just never got it. So 110 was our first entry where we had orders to get short. We never got it. So I said, okay, guys, 109, watch for a bounce back to 109 and then a failure, and look for the stock to continue lower and make new lows. This is exactly what we talked about inside True Trading Group before I ever even entered the trade. True or false, members? I came on the mic. I said, guys, watch 109, fail, back towards 108, the short, roll it over, make new lows. That was the whole game plan on the Airbnb trade. Members can just say true or false. I know if you're a viewer, you're not a member, you're not in chat, so there's no way for you to verify what I'm telling you is actually true or accurate. But I'll let members of True Trading Group comment and tell you true or false if that is or is not what took place during the trading session when I said look for Airbnb to 109, short, and then roll it over. Okay, so what happens? We pop up right to 109, and as we pop up to 109, I just step in and I get short, just like we said. Right, that was the whole game plan. We're going to step in and we're going to get short. Okay, right here at this, we're going to get short right here on this push through VWAP, and then look for the stock to roll over and fade. The volume on this move to the upside was very light. So now what you would typically want to see, again, this goes back to relative volume analysis. You see when the share price starts to move to the upside, well, was there an increase in volume that is accompanied with that? Look at this. Share price moved to the upside, but look at these volume bars here. That is not a definitive or convincing turnaround. That's not a convincing turnaround compared to the volume pressure that came in when the stock sold off relative to the volume over the last several days. That tells me this is still a weak stock. It tells me that the momentum is still to the downside. It tells me that selling pressure is not yet finished. So we went ahead and took that trade for the short. Members got in the May 26 expiration, 108 strike put at around $2 a contract, around 197, 195, $2, depending on where you took your entries. So some people got in 195, some got $2, 205, 197, but that was the entry for the trade for the short. And then what happens later in the day, the stock rolls itself over and just continues to make new lows as the sellers take back control of the stock and roll this thing over and break it down through the low of the day. So remember, this was the support level that we said earlier. Now you see the support level here. Now you're going to have a lot of traders will say to you, oh, well, there's a support level here on Airbnb. Yes, they are correct. But you as the trader that's trying to make money, that's why we're all here. You as the person trying to make money, how do you know? Do you buy in front of that support level and expect the stock to move back to the upside? Or how do you know that support level is going to break? And if it does break, you get a lot more follow through to the downside, because when a support level breaks, you get the panic sell and it takes the share price takes you further to the downside. How do you know what side of the trade to get yourself on? These are the answers to help you identify the right side of the trade to be on. This is the stuff that you're going to learn as a member of True Trading Group. I'm not sitting here telling you I have some special super top secret chart pattern that nobody in the world knows but me. I have some special super top secret AI indicator that Wall Street doesn't want me to share with you, but I'm going to share with you. No. I'm going to be giving you guys professional analysis, professional education, similar to what I learned when I worked at a hedge fund in New York. This is how you identify whether or not bears are in control or bulls are in control, so you can be on the right side of the trade. It's hard enough for a lot of people that are new traders to figure out, where do I buy and where do I sell, never mind being on the wrong side of the direction. It's a lot easier to swim downstream than it is swimming upstream. Let the momentum of the market take you to where you want to go, which is profit. That's the goal. That's why everybody's here, to make money. And members of True Trading Group are accomplishing that on a daily basis. You don't have to take my word for it, guys, but the majority of members in True Trading Group are making money, and they're becoming better traders because of analysis and education like this. Guys, do me a favor. If you're a member and you're making money, type the $ in chat right now. Type the $ in chat right now. You guys are making money. You're becoming better traders because of True Trading Group. Just go ahead and type the $. Anybody that's watching this live stream, if you are not a member, do not take my word for it when I tell you members are having success. Pay attention to how many people are typing the $ in chat right now. These are your peers. These are people that are just like you. They found True Trading Group just like you did, a live stream. They learned more in a live stream. You probably learned more in the last 10 minutes of me explaining to you this volume analysis lesson than you've probably learned the entire last year on your own. This is why members are telling you that they're making money. It's this guidance, it's this education, it's this mentorship, it's this trading. And it's not just me. There's 9 professional traders with you during the trading session. We day trade, we swing trade, small caps, mid caps, large caps, you name it, we do it. Okay. And we ripped profits off on this thing, guys. So I just kept taking profits off on this. I took profit. I'll just spread out for you. I took profit here. I took profit here. And I took profit here. And I'm still short a piece of the position. So there's my short entry. First take, second take, third take. I'm still short a small piece of the position. I'm going to see if next week, we can get down to like 105. I'm looking for us to get down to 105. I want us to get down to this support level. I'll show you right here. See this support level? That's the level I'm trying to get to. So I'm still short a piece. We'll see if I can get a little bit more downside out of Airbnb next week. My target's going to be around 105, 105.50. Okay, so still short. Trade of the day for us. Okay, congratulations again, members of True Trading Group. They were able to capitalize on this Airbnb and trade with us today. It was a thing of beauty. Yes, beauty is the way that I am pronouncing it, because that is how I felt today on a Friday. So congratulations to all of our members that were making money with us today inside True Trading Group. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions for the Airbnb trade or the volume analysis that we just went over? Anything about the volume or anything about the Airbnb trade or setup that you have questions about? Now's the time to ask before I move on. Oh, nobody has any questions. Now's your chance. Any questions about the volume analysis lesson? Any question about volume analysis lesson, or any questions about the Airbnb setup in general before we move on? Ray Kane goes, this is your best next decision. Oh, John Young, come on, dude. John Young, explain the volume again. John, you want me to go through the entire thing all over again? Listen, I'll break it down for you in Cliff Notes. Okay. When you see relative volume, okay, volume relative to prior trading days, right? I'll make the volume bigger just so you can see, right? Now you'll see over the last several trading days, the last 3 trading days, you can see no volume bar bigger than 200,000 shares. But then this morning, look at that volume, 400, 300, 350,000 share volume bars coming in on a 3-minute chart. Okay. So when you see volume like that, that is that much heavier than all the prior days, then that tells me something, right? It's been a weak stock. They had really bad earnings. There's been a lot of selling taking place. So when I see that kind of heavy volume, you take a look at what's the price action that coincides with that volume, and you get this big sell-off, okay, there to the downside. All right, you get that big sell-off there to the downside, and that tells me that bears are in control of this stock, and the momentum is clearly to the downside. So then you have a support level there at 407.50. We drew that line out for you before, right? So there's the 407.50 level. You can see previous resistance back here. Look at this. I'll draw it out for you the whole thing. So you can see there it was support. Then it becomes resistance. Then it's resistance again. Then you got the break through it. Then you drop back into it. Now it's support. So this is an important price level for Airbnb. Every time the stock gets to this level, you can see that there's an impact on the price of the stock. So I wasn't going to say to myself, okay, well, let me go ahead and short the stock here, because I'm not going to short it into that level of support. I'm going to wait for the bounce off support to then engage the short. And that's exactly what we did. Waited for the bounce off the support level to re-engage, and then look for the sell-off and look for the stock to continue to the downside. And that's exactly what we did. And the bears took back control over the stock. All right. All right. That makes sense. So that's kind of the Cliff Notes version there for you, John. I hope that's helpful, brother. Guys, how many people here are not members of True Trading Group? I'm curious to see who we have on here that is not a member of True Trading Group. Just do me a favor and type the letters TTG if you guys are not members of the group. I want to see who's on our live stream that is not a member of True Trading Group. Drew Lawson. Hey, Mike, can you sign my trading rig? Huge fan here. You're killing me, Drew. You're killing me, man. Yes, go ahead and type TTG, guys, for those of you that are not members of the group. We got Mike, East Coast Canuck. What's up, Sean? Renee, ZB, Raj Kumar. So a handful of new faces here. Guys, so listen, this is what we're going to do. I'm telling you now, there's going to be a lot of volatility next week. There's going to be a lot of volatility next week surrounding the debt ceiling talks. There's going to be, I think, a lot of fear as we get closer to the deadline and there's not a deal. I think the markets are going to start to get jittered. They're going to get worried. You're going to see people come on social media platforms and convince you that the U.S. is going to default on its debt and convince you that the world is going to end. And they're going to try to scare the crap out of you. For this reason, we're going to keep open enrollment open and through until Sunday. So people that want to join True Trading Group's platform and be ready, be informed, be educated, and be in live chat with us for next week, you guys can be with us as early as next week. We're going to keep open enrollment open. Now, we've since closed off the annual membership to True Trading Group. So we've grown tremendously over the last several years. We have members in 115 different countries. I want to make sure that the people that join True Trading Group going forward share the same values and goals that we do. I don't want you joining True Trading Group if all you want to do is talk about Mullen. If all you want to do is talk about, some 20-cent stock that somebody on Twitter told you was going to go to $5. If all you want to do is talk about how much you hate Citadel and Phantom Go short shares and gamma squeezes, that's all you want to talk about, True Trading Group is not for you. Go join Discord rooms. The Discord rooms would love to have you, and you guys can waste each other's time together. But if you're serious about learning how to trade, you actually want to learn a skill that can help you make money, supplement your income, or help you replace your income, or just make better decisions in your long-term portfolio, then you are the person that I want inside True Trading Group. So I want to maintain the integrity of the quality of the chat room that we have created, the platform that we've created. Okay. So we've closed off open enrollment. The only way people can join True Trading Group is by joining our trial. If after your trial you want to join, you submit an application, and then based on your interaction as a trial, we may or may not accept you into the platform. And at that time, the price of the membership will be around $1,700. Just the other day, it was $1,768. But what we're going to do for this weekend, because I think tomorrow is going to be a big week coming up with the debt ceiling negotiations, and I think it's going to create a lot of volatility in the marketplace, I'm going to leave open enrollment so you guys can join without going through that trial process and without paying the $1,700 price point. We'll give you guys a 59% discount on open enrollment. It brings the price down to $900 for the entire year. It includes all of our courses and it includes all of our tools. There's no upsell for courses. All the courses are included in your membership. Okay. You don't join, then all of a sudden there's these VIP courses that cost more money. Every single course is included. It's a 22 course curriculum. Joe, why don't you post up the syllabus in chat? You guys can click on the link that Joe's about to post. That'll show you the whole list of the courses and the syllabus. It's a simplified version of what I learned that I worked at the fund. Beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures. You guys have access to all of it. You also get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, congressional trading data, so you can track trades by members of Congress, Quote Media's full book level 2, the Trade Ideas scanner streams on our platform so you guys can see what are the hottest stocks during the day, TradingView's premium charting software, a simulator from ET&A, lets you trade stocks, options, crypto, futures with fake money, but real-time data, a proprietary scan that lets you create your own custom scans, dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow, short data, analyst ratings, a trading journal that tracks your trades for you, a social sentiment scanner tells you what stocks are being talked about most, the watch list from the mods. We tell you guys exactly what stocks we're focusing on, where we're going to buy, where we're going to sell, so you know exactly what the plan is before the day even begins. All of this is included for $900. That's it. Now, there's other things you can pay for at True Trading Group, like our intensive 2-day boot camps. We have an intensive 2-day options trading boot camp happening this weekend. We also do 12-hour-long Trader Palooza, like virtual training marathons. We also do in-person meetups. These are things that are extra if you do want to attend these events. But the courses and the tools are all included for the $900. You don't have to pay anything extra for any of the things that I just mentioned before. Go to ttgoffer.com. The coupon code is TTG121. It should already reflect 900 when you go to ttgoffer.com. If it doesn't, just manually enter the code TTG121. That'll knock the price down 59% to just $900 for the whole year. You get all the courses and all the tools. Guys, I stand behind this platform. I see the results that members have. You saw the results that members have. You saw how many people typed the dollar sign. I believe so strongly in the platform that we have created and its ability to help you reach your goals that anyone that joins True Trading Group, you'll pay $900 here today. If you go through the courses, pass the quizzes, and attend one study group. We do study groups every Thursday. I'm asking you to do those 3 things on your own pace, on your own time. You don't have to do this all in 14 days or 30 days. You have the entire year to do these things. If you cannot make the $900 membership fee back at least one time during your membership, I will give you back double your money. I'm dead serious. It's right there in black and white on our checkout page. You can't make back $900 at least once. I'll give you back $1,800. That's the deal when you join True Trading Group. I can do that because we've only had to give a refund to about 2.43% of our users. 78% of our members renew their membership or have gone on to become lifetime members of the platform. And we're 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,100 reviews. That's why I have no problem offering you double your money back. I don't think you need it. We've only had to give a refund to 2.43% of our members since 2016, but it's there for peace of mind. It's there to hold us accountable. If you are currently a trial member, you used to be a trial member, or you used to be an annual member, you have to text us if you want to join, because we must whitelist your email address. Send us a text to the number at the bottom of your screen. It's 786-505-4049. 786-505-4049. Text that number. We'll help you guys get situated. We'll get you that discount, and you guys can come back and join the TTG family. Also, you can text that number if you have any questions. So if you have any questions at all, text that number and we will answer any questions that you guys have. We're fully transparent. We're a complete open book. So don't be shy. Don't hesitate. Text that phone number. Again, guys, it's ttgoffer.com. I'll leave open enrollment until Sunday at midnight. You guys can go ahead over the weekend. Even if you're watching this over the weekend, it's already aired. You can go to ttgoffer.com, and the coupon code is TTG121. Get the 59% discount, get access to all the tools and all the courses, and then get your butts in chat for what is surely to be a fireworks, July 4th type of fireworks display next week as you get closer to the debt ceiling. All right. So there you have it, folks. Does anybody have any questions for me? Am I the only one watching? Yes, Berkian, you are the only one watching. Nobody else is paying. Nobody else is on the live stream or paying attention. Yes, you are the only person that is watching. I'm here all by myself. I waste my time for an hour and a half every day to just talk to myself. Nice. I pay some bills with mine. My goal is to pay off my mortgage. Great job. Hell yeah, Ed. Hell yeah. All right, guys, if nobody has any questions, do you review IV when selecting your options? So I'm not predominantly an options trader. I mostly trade equities. Now, we have professional option traders. We actually have Shai, who's one of our professional option traders that's doing an intensive 2-day boot camp this weekend on options trading. We also have Chris. Chris has been trading options for over 20 years. You have Momin as well. These are, people that trade options on a regular basis. So IV is something that we also have Gio. Gio is a former market maker. Gio is one of our moderators as well. So, when you are trading options, you do look at implied volatility. Implied volatility is something that is going to be really, really useful for people that sell options for income. That's Momin. Momin is one of our option traders that will sometimes sell options for premium. He'll do credit spreads, debit spreads, butterflies, straddle strangles, iron condors, and really have you be able to take advantage of situations where you have high implied volatility. Options implied volatility will go up going into like a major event like earnings. And then after the event is over, the implied volatility gets crushed. So it's called IV crush. That's actually what it's called. That's when that implied volatility gets sucked out after the catalyst is already over. Okay. So, before you make your trade, you do want to pay attention to implied volatility, because the higher the implied volatility, if it's because of a specific catalyst or event, you want to be careful holding that position past that event, because if you're not right in your direction, the direction that the money you're going to lose just from being wrong on your direction will be compounded by the implied volatility crush that happens when all that premium gets sucked out after the event has actually taken place. So you do want to be careful when you are trading options that have very high implied volatility, unless you're selling options. If you're selling options, then you want options that have very high implied volatility, because that means you're going to collect the most amount of premium for selling that option contract. What will happen to the NASDAQ? I mean, I'm not really sure what that question means.
Love, betrayal, trust. Tune in next week when we find out what is going on and what will happen to the NASDAQ.
Yeah, I don't even know what that question even means. But we'll talk about it on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We will discuss what I think the markets do next week at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on the True Trading Group live stream right here. So set your reminders. Nice. Robo Mutt says, I use half my gains this week from what I learned from True Trading Group to pay my bills. Thank you, TTG family. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yep, Kensel, no problem. Says, thank you. Helpful insights. It is my absolute pleasure. The trading days of our lives. My boy Fernando, what's up, man? Any other questions for me, guys, before we break for the weekend? It's going to be a big weekend for True Trading Group. We've got our 2-day intensive boot camp on options trading. It's going to be a big weekend. I hope you guys are excited for the options boot camp that's going on this weekend. TTG members, get excited for it. Nice. Green week paid for my boot camps. I like it. Mike, what's the best choice for placing a stop loss on an option? Stop, stop limit, or trailing stop? Just stop. Stop is the best option. Definitely not stop limit. Definitely not stop limit. Trailing stop or just a traditional stop. All right, folks. Nice doing lessons this weekend. Beautiful. All right, guys. Well, listen, if there's no more questions. What I'll do now is I will show you guys the actual platform. You can see what you're going to get access to as a member for the $900. And if you're not interested in joining, you can sign up for the live stream. I'm done with the educational stuff. I'm done with the analysis and answering questions. Again, congrats on all of our members that capitalized on the Airbnb short. I'll show you guys now the platform. Because remember, it's an all-inclusive platform. So when you join, you get access to all of our stuff. You get, obviously, the chat room, which is where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out trades in real time, answering questions, providing commentary from pre-market all the way through into the close. We're not gone after an hour, and you're left to fend by yourself. We also have a mobile app that lets you listen to the audio commentary, see the screen share, and get real-time push notifications when mods enter and exit trades. This way you guys can follow along with what we're doing, even if you're not in front of your computer. You get 2 private study group sessions to speed up your learning curve with our mods. Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed gives you news as soon as it crosses the wire. Congressional trading data, so you can track the trades being made by members of Congress. Trading Views premium charting software. The Trade Ideas scanner. We'll show you guys what are the hottest stocks in the markets, where to focus your attention. A simulator from ETNA tells you what stocks, the simulator from ETNA will let you guys trade stocks, options, crypto, and futures with fake money, but real-time data, so you can practice implementing what you're learning. Our proprietary scanner will let you create custom scans. You got dark pool data, unusual options activity, and options flow. Short data, it's all included, guys, for the $900. You don't pay extra for any of it. A trading journal tracks your trades, breaks it down to the statistics. You can see what you're doing wrong. A social sentiment scanner tells you what stocks are being talked about most on social media. Analyst ratings for any stock that you're interested in, so you know how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating. Our watch list, every day the mods publish our watch list, which is the list of stocks we're paying attention to most, with detailed game plans. What prices are we going to buy? What prices are we going to short? So you know exactly what to do before the day even begins. You also get all of our courses, a simplified and expanded upon version of the 3-month educational training that I went through when I worked at the fund. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto futures, you name it, we've got it. It's all available to you guys for the $900. And then there's a video library that has 600 hours of additional workshops that we've conducted with members covering a variety of different topics. And then you can start attending these workshops live once you become a full-time member. So it's about time you guys invest in something real. I can't guarantee you're going to be successful just because you join True Trading Group. But if you do join True Trading Group, you go through our courses, you pass the quizzes, you attend the study group, and can make the $900 back at least one time during the membership. I'll give you back $1,800. That is our double your money back guarantee. Again, I can do that because I don't think you need it. If our refund rate was 20%, everybody was losing money, I wouldn't be able to offer you guys double your money back. We'd go out of business. But our refund rate is 2.43%, and that's why I can offer this to you. 78% of our members renew their membership or have become lifetime members. We're 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,100 reviews. Go to ttgoffer.com, use the coupon code TTG121. If you have any questions, or if you previously used to be an annual member, you used to be a trial member, or you currently are a trial member, you must text the number at the bottom of the screen, 786-505-4049. Text that number so we can whitelist your email and we can get you guys set up for the $900 price point, the double your money back guarantee. That's 59% off. It's going to be a big week next week. Enjoy the weekend, guys. All my members that are attending the Options Bootcamp this weekend, have a wonderful time. Hope you guys are excited for it. I know we are. I'll see everybody in chat Monday morning, but Sunday we're going to go live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern first to talk about what we expect next week, go over the game plan, and what are the stocks that have our focus coming into Monday. Don't miss it. Set your reminders now. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys all Sunday evening. Have a great weekend, guys. Take care.